Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for another one of my videos. It's been another long break since the last one, but it's just mighty hectic here and we have had a week away. But there have been a few things come through and I hope you'll find them interesting. There's a few videos in the pipeline for those. Whether we'll get back to the A to Z thing, I want to try to finish that off. Because we're going to the more interesting, shall we say, section of the alphabet from my collection point of view anyway. Yeah, so basically we've got some bootlegs to show you today, just 3, but they're all pretty special. Now I haven't talked much about Sex Pistols over the history of these videos and my channel. They are one of my favourite bands, and they were extremely vital to my sort of musical education, if you like, from the 70s. And I would say that I probably was as much of an admirer of their music as I was of Yes at the time, 77, which is a kind of strange combination, but I don't think I'm alone in that respect. So anyway, I don't collect Sex Pistols bootlegs as such. I have had a few over the years, they've kind of come and gone. But what I did get the opportunity to get recently was a couple of really special limited things, and these are they. So I'll hold them up together. So these are a pair, as you can see. They're actually part of a series that came out on this label not long ago. It's called Fabulous Ruins Records, Swedish label, as far as I'm told. And these are obviously recordings from the Scandinavian tour. So they're both double albums, different shows. So the one is at Stranden Discotheque, 15th of June 77. The other one's Trondheim Studentersamfundet, 21st of July 77. They're both double albums, and you basically got one LP, which is the show, because they weren't doing massively long shows, were they? Sort of an hour long, if that, 40 minutes, probably most of them. So you've got the show on one disc, and then the second disc is made up of sessions, studio sessions for the Nevermind the Bollocks album. And what these two do nicely is give you a volume 1 and a volume 2 of the sessions. So as a pair they kind of need to stay together, and I was really chuffed that I was able to get both of them. And of course the fascinating thing for me is that they're Splatter vinyls and they're very, very limited. So I'll show you them one at a time in order. So first off we've got Trondheim, Making Trouble in Trondheim, the complete concert. So you get a wraparound sleeve, and this is also really nice because on the back part there you get all the blurb that you need really. So obviously track listings for both discs. On the demos it gives you the dates of the demos, and the blurb reads as follows: Dear Sex Pistols fan, disc 2 is made up of tracks recorded during the sessions at Wessex Studios for the NMTB LP. All dates are from the tape boxes. Songs most likely recorded on days leading up to them being committed to tape rather than on those actual dates. Who knows? So that's a nice bit of honesty there. Outtakes, alternative versions, vocal takes and rough mixes collected in date order. And it's a limited edition of 50 of these splatters have been made. This one's number 46. So on the corner there you'll see it says Fab 8. So these were part of a series that this label brought out. Obviously this is numbers 8 and 9. All of the Scandinavian tour shows. And I think there are some other Splatter versions in amongst the other numbers, but anyway, I'll show you the vinyls because they are really, really nice. So this is the Trondheim one. So this is beautiful, beautiful, heavy pressings. It's gorgeous, bright blue with deep blue or black and white splatters. So I think you'll agree that is quite a gorgeous looking thing. As I say, they're really heavy discs. So that's the live show. Side 1 and side 2. Disc. This has the sessions on it. Again, really, really pretty, gorgeous thing. These are absolutely mint, not played at all. You can tell there's no shine of anything being near a spindle. And they will stay that way. So really limited. I think these came out last year, so the supplier told me he obtained them last year, and some of the others I think go back to 2022. So they're all quite recent, but for some reason they passed me by. I'm not on any specialist punk sites or anything like that, so yeah, fantastic things. So that's the making of Trondheim, the complete concert. So this is the other one, which is Going to the Beach Disco, Halmstad, live at Discotheque Stranden, 15th of July. So again, exactly the same format, wraparound sleeve, absolutely mint. Again, giving you the dates of the tracks. The only difference in the blurb, it says exactly the same. It says on this one, a perfect companion record to Volume 1, Punk Forever. So obviously Volume 1 was the other one. Limited edition of 50, and this is number 25. And before I show you this, it's interesting. Well, it's always surprising to me that sometimes you buy something for a particular reason and it ends up being important to you for a completely different reason. So whilst I sort of wanted to have these archival importance, just beautifully presented bootlegs, this has turned out to be one of the prettiest records I think I've got in the whole of my multicoloured vinyl collection. So I was totally blown away. Have a look at that. Again, heavy pressing, but just look at the colours there. One of the most beautiful records I've got, and it happens to be a Sex Pistols bootleg. really, really special. And just to look at it again while I'm showing it, you know, it just like gives me goosebumps just to see that kind of the splodginess of the splatter and the contrast of the colours is just fantastic. So that's the live show, and then the sessions one, calls it volume 2. Is almost as nice again. So I'm sure all you punk fans out there are thinking, who cares about what the record looks like? But I do care what the record looks like. So I think you'll agree, pretty special releases. Obviously being limited numbers, and these are in absolutely mint condition, not inexpensive, but I mean the covers cost 50p for an A3 photocopy, the blank sleeves probably £1 each, but that's not the point. The point is that they've gone to the trouble of getting these recordings onto vinyl in a very special way, and they've had to pay a pressing plant quite a lot of money to do them. Now they have done these in plain colours, so I think there's a whole lot of different versions of these which you can get in all sorts of plain colours, red, green, whatever. And I think there's 100 each of those made, so presumably these are all run off at the same time, so they might have had, I don't know, 500, 600 pressings done, of which 50 were the splatters. In terms of the actual material, as I say, I haven't played it, but the live concert is quite infamous, the live recordings. Whether they've been on vinyl before, there certainly are, in fact I'm sure there have been vinyl pressings of some of these shows, but they're certainly out and about. They've been in circulation, and in terms of the demos, I'm suspecting that they may have been sourced from this, because this has certainly got pretty much all the studio demos and session stuff that's worth having. So it may be that that was the source of it, but it's just lovely sets to put them together like that. Okay, so there's one other to show you, and it's this. So on Blueberry Hill, live on Blueberry Hill, Mushroom Records, classic double album, bootleg from the 70s. I think it's LA Forum 1970, isn't it, the recording? Now I already had a copy of this, which is that one, which I've shown on previous videos. This is the Splatter one, which is a really treasured item of mine, and it's got this sort of green insert, no stamp anywhere to say on coloured vinyl, but Mushroom Records. So that was the Splatter version. This is coloured vinyl, as it says there, and again it's really nice condition. It's still got the shrink wrap, and the discs that's disc 1. So Ruthless Rhymes labels, lovely deep translucent orange, gorgeous thing. I love the feel of this bootleg. Always enjoyed the sleeve, and that's a nice different version to complement my other copy. I checked the matrix numbers on the discs, and this one has got the original blimp numbers. It doesn't have the mushroom number on it, because obviously it was originally, I think the first was blimp, and then TMOQ did it, and Vicky Vinyl did it on this version. But funnily enough, I did another check, and my other copy has the Mushroom Records matrix, which it just says basically side 1 and side 2, and then it's got that number there, which is 2321. So that's on the Splatter, whereas this has got the original matrices on the runoff. So this has got to be from the original plates, and that has got to be from new plates, if my understanding is correct or not. I will give it a spin, because the discs aren't unplayed, and I might well compare the two. But anyway, so I'm happy now to have a companion copy to my original, and yeah, delighted to get that. So just those to show you today. There are a few other things coming through, bootleg, and I've also got some beautiful coloured vinyl things to show you. Some official things as well, which I think are worth having a look at. So thanks for tuning in on this one, and we'll see you again soon.